Listen, vengeance is unapologetically riddled with tropes about Texas, but specifically West Texans. It's hilarious and heartwarming. So the question becomes, should you see this film in the theaters? 100%. So Vengeance was written, directed, and stars BJ Novak, and it was produced by Jason Blum. Everybody in this film is fantastic, especially Ashton Kutcher. He is so great in this film. Every second he's on screen, he takes it. Every line he utters reverberated so powerfully. I have never, never seen Ashton Kutcher this good. Not in a feature film. So BJ Novak plays Ben, a podcast journalist from New York City who's invited to the funeral of an aspiring musician he casually hooked up with when she was in town in his city looking for a big break. Her family thought that she and Ben were an official couple from the pictures they saw of them of their weekend. Ben honors their wishes by flying to West Texas to pay his final respects. Her brother convinces Ben to remain in town after the funeral to help avenge her death, insisting that she was murdered instead of how she actually died from an opioid overdose. Ben jumps at the opportunity to exploit their grief and vulnerability to land himself a lucrative podcast deal. Now, this is a reverse spin on the fish out of water idiom flipped on its head. And by that I mean, instead of the jester being placed in the unique world of high society, as you would see like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, in this film, the sage is placed in otherworldly West Texas, a place where outsiders like him condescend their culture. This reversal proves that the real fool is the man who flew all the way from New York City pretending to be someone he's not. While this loving Texas family he's there to exploit embraces him and grounds him in what's real. This film is hilarious, and the jokes translated because the theater not only laughed at all the jokes landed, but this crowd applauded at the end. It's also extremely heartwarming, this movie, and rooted in family and connectedness and humanity. Every single actor in this film carried their own weight. I mean, their comedic timing was pitch perfect. Every joke landed. Each piece of music, too. Each piece of music was well placed. This film is perfectly scored. Every scene had the perfect accompaniment. It was so well scored. Novak did a great job directing this film and writing it. Kudos to every single person involved in making Vengeance. One of the funniest films of the year. This film is 100% worth your time. Please see it in the theater if it is showing near you. I believe it's in less than 1,000 theaters this weekend. It is funny. If you are in for a good time, again, it has some tropes, but when you see the larger story, you will understand these jokes. But it is very, very funny. On a grading scale, Vengeance gets an A. I mean, again, one of the funniest films of the year. Thank you so much. If you stuck around this long, I certainly appreciate you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, peace.